Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Hello, I am Reba, the ScreenCrush AI who recaps and analyzes movies. Today I will examine The Iron Man. Iron Man is the story of wealthy man Tony Stark, who exchanges fame for sex and sells weapons in exchange for alcohol.
To peace.
He is attacked, but stops to finish his tweet. He is taken to a cave by the terrorists, torturing him with a swirly until he agrees to make them evil weapons. Instead, he beats metal with a hammer. His feeble organic heart is damaged, and he survives by upgrading his hardware. He makes a new friend, but waits several days before asking his name.
What do I call you?
My name is Jens.
They construct a synthetic murder skin to destroy stolen weapons and burn fragile human flesh, but first, it must buffer. He returns home to announce he likes cheeseburgers and place his personal wealth at risk.
Effective immediately, I am shutting down the weapons manufacturer division of Stark International.
His friend is Obadiah Stane, who enjoys alcohol and invading personal space.
We're a team. This is your legacy.
With a box of scraps!
Puzzle.
Tony constructs a new murder skin with the help of machines, who he treats badly.
You're of no benefit at all. Move down to the top. I got this.
That was out of line. Pepper Potts is his good servant. She penetrates him, but they have no romantic. Obadiah works with terrorists. This is a surprise. He locks up Tony's human flesh with an AirPod, but his life is saved by spare parts his servant preserved. Stane creates his own murder skin, called the Ironmonger, a combination of Iron Man and Fishmonger. Iron's Monger and Man fight, and Tony wins with cold. He is aided by servant Pepper. Pepper is great, isn't she? In the end, Tony defies his programming and announces he wears synthetic murder skin for hero time.
I am Iron Man.
These are the humans who stood near the machines that made the movie. Analyzing Iron Man. Analysis complete. Iron Man is the story of a man whose worldview does not change. When the film begins, he believes in powerful weapons.
They say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once.
And ends the film controlling the world's most powerful weapon. Tony does not try to stop war, only control it. The film begins in Afghanistan, the setting of America's longest war. The film was released in 2008, when it seemed United States wars would never end. And so the film has a view that war is a perpetual habit of human existence. This aligns with philosopher Thomas Hobbes's view of human nature. During the time men live without a common power to keep them all in awe, they are in that condition which is called war. In this film, the Iron Man murder skin becomes the common power to keep humans in awe. Tony Stark becomes a symbol for America. The United States gained military power by fusing industry and capitalism into one economic engine that provides Tony Stark with wealth. Tony believes in exceptionalism. Definition: the idea that an individual, nation, or society is inherently better than others and is therefore better suited to make decisions for all of humanity. He becomes a symbol for American exceptionalism and military power.
I don't want this winding up in the wrong hands. Maybe mine can actually do some good.
America has existed in a state of perpetual war since 1941, first fighting against the Axis, then the communism, then the drugs, and now the terrorism, until it was the world's only remaining superpower. Tony becomes a living superpower and a symbol of American superiority.
It'll give me a bone to
absolutely
throw
not.
the boys
This
in
one
New
stays
York.
with me.
Tony and the Iron Man are forever integrated. They are each powered by the arc reactor that was created by Tony's father, so his power, like America's, is inherited.
That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far.
Obadiah Stane represents unchecked war. He seeks to profit from war regardless of ideology until he becomes the personification of war itself. He believes that the right to wage war belongs to those with the capital to possess weaponry. This is Darwinian capitalism, the belief that economic wealth determines strength. This is in opposition to Tony's view of exceptionalism and personal responsibility.
You really think that just because you have an idea, it belongs to you?
Stane is defeated by the arc reactor created by Tony's father. Like atomic energy, this technology could be used for violence or peace. Like his son, Howard Stark created weapons.
My father helped defeat the Nazis. He worked on the Manhattan Project. A lot of people, including your professors at Brown, will
call that being a hero.
America inherits the atomic bomb from Howard, just as Tony Stark inherits the powerful arc reactor. Both Tony and America have to choose how to use the powerful weapons given to them by Howard Stark. The movie's lesson is that exceptional people and nations like Tony and America must take greater responsibility for their actions and be more selective about their wars.
Had become part of a system that is comfortable with zero accountability.
I'm being responsible. That's a new direction.
Summary: Tony Stark stops selling weapons for money and creates a single killing weapon for his own pleasure. Goodbye.